Hi, it's Terrie Carr, and you are inside DHA's Box of Rock, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite rockers. This week, I caught up with our friends Shinedown to talk about what else, their amazing new record, Amaryllis. I began by asking drummer Barry Kerch if following up the sound of madness was the catalyst for making such a great record, or if they just went into the studio to do what Shinedown does best.
A little bit of both. Initially, before you start writing songs, you go, okay, what just happened? Because you get off the road and you've been on the road for 3 years. You reflect upon that and go, wow, we really had some successes, because you don't see it when you're doing it every day. You really don't. And then after that, you go, okay, we have to do something about this and do another record. And as soon as you start writing the songs and demoing the songs and sharing the songs around the label and those types of people, the pressure instantly disappears and you go, okay, we're getting some good stuff here. Now let's just make the best songs we can possibly make. Because you never want to make whatever record part 2. You don't want to make Sound of Madness part 2, Leave a Whisper part 2, Us and Them part 2. You just want to make the record that you can make at that time. And I think we've all grown as musicians since last time when we did Sound of Madness. That was 5 years ago. And it was Brent and myself. Now we have Eric's influence, we have Zach's influence, and different songwriting ideas, which has been great for us. And we've hopefully become better musicians and songwriters since then. You want to grow as a person and as a player, so.
You know, it was one of the first times that Brent and I had locked ourselves away in a room to write together, which we wrote Diamond Eyes and Her Name Is Alice, both on the road, both for movie soundtracks on the Sound of Madness tour. So we'd had some experience writing together, and you know, we had that's actually how I met Barry and Brent, was through songwriting. So but really locking yourself away with a mission, it became a totally different experience, and you know, just to be able to get in there and lend my craft to the band, you know, which you know, we'd gone out and toured so long, and you know, of course you're lending yourself to it every night, and you're part of this machine. But to get in on the other side, it really, the thing that affected me most was really just becoming much better friends with everybody in the band, and we all became much closer. I mean, this was not it was not always an enjoyable process, you know, and there was a lot of and there were lots of enjoyable times as well. It wasn't all bad or anything, but you know, just kind of digging in the trenches together and learning a whole different side of people that you thought you already knew really well. You know, that to me was the best part of the experience. You know, was just becoming. We're so much tighter now than we ever were before, which is scary to think about, because we were together so long on the last record and touring, but now it's, you know, we are indivisible. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got a vision when he comes in there. We usually bring pretty complete songs to the table. When we demo songs, we demo like a record. You know, we go in and make these complete, finished pieces, and which, being a producer myself, I know how difficult the task is to hear something that sounds complete and then take it apart again and put it back together, which Rob is really good at doing. He's very much a song guy, and he when he's working, he's actually listening a lot of times with his eyes closed. He's listening to the song, and he'll have these bursts of 30-minute bursts of energy in the studio, and just comes with all these ideas all of a sudden real quick, you know, just flying at you, you know, left and right, and give me the guitar, and he'll play this thing and he'll have all these ideas, and then he goes back over into his corner and just kind of sits there. I think Zach has a very good way of describing him. He says he's the tallest, oldest 13-year-old kid with ADD.
But definitely almost kind of like a little bit of like a fifth member of the band, sort of.
Can be, yeah. You want your producer to do that. You want him to believe in your project as much as you do. When he
loves you guys too. You can really feel that, I think.
Yeah, he does, and it was a different dynamic this time, because Eric wasn't there for Sound of Madness recording. So working with Rob again on this record, it was a different dynamic. He's the head of Warner now. He's so busy, and he still was able to put some of that down and go, okay, I want to focus on this record and focus on these songs. And he came up with some really good ideas. And I think we also challenged him a lot this time on a record, because we came in with pretty great ideas to begin with, and that attests to Eric and Zach and Brent really working hard together, and Dave Bassett, who also wrote with us on Sound of Madness. They had these songs, and me personally, I'm not one of the main songwriters. I write the drum parts, but I'm not a main songwriter. To see the craft that they came with, I think Rob was almost taken aback and went, oh, okay, that song's fine. We're not going to do much there. We're not going to do much there. And a lot of it goes to his engineer, Doug McKean, as well, who captures the sounds. Rob doesn't capture the sounds. He comes up with some of the sounds and goes, oh, we need a different guitar sound there. But it's Doug that really produces those sounds and gets those on on tape or on digital, whatever you want to call it these days. His miking techniques and his gear and his ear and the way he records, it's all integral into the whole process. So Rob has a huge part to do it, but then you have Doug, who's the 6th member of the band. It really is a team effort.
They're a good team. I mean, they did American Idiot together. They did the Black Parade together. They did all these great records. That duo, and they really work really well together. You know, Doug and Rob both together. They really are it's a true team effort.
Well, guys, listen. I know you have to get on stage. It's always such a pleasure to see you. It's always great. You guys always take the time for us, and you know, congratulations again on just an amazing record, Amaryllis, phenomenal, and you guys really pulled it out. It is always amazing to catch up with our friend Shinedown. I remember their very first New Jersey radio station appearance was right here at the WDHA studios back in 2001. An amazing band, Amaryllis, a phenomenal record. And guess what? They're going to be part of the Uproar Festival this year. And be listening in the coming weeks. WDHA is going to have some really super cool news for you. Hey, coming up next week, wow, what a treat. I got to chat with the very elusive guitar master, the one and only Mr. Dickie Betts. Don't miss it. For DHA's Box of Rock, I am Terrie Carr. I'll see you tomorrow at 10.